Hi guys, Dee here, coach and author of Grand Plan Shattered, How to Turn Your Life Around After a Crisis. I've had some interesting comments on the post about ageing populations trying to get work, all that sort of thing. And it was especially, one stood out that saying about the pension, that they don't want to pay us the pension. And I thought I'd bring a little clarity to how the pension came about or what it was set at when it was first set up. So in Australia, the first aged pension, the aged pension was set at 65 years old for men. So why was that? Well, initially it was because marriages didn't break up, so families were still together. Men were the workers, women did not work outside of the home. Secondly, they picked 65. Why did they pick 65, a random number? Well, it wasn't random at all. It was actually picked because most men died at 63. So historically, men worked until they died, and if they lived a couple of years after their expected death date, they were rewarded with a small pension. And that pension was required to support their wife as well. So that's the basis of our pension and how it's come about. What's changed in the meantime is that we live a hell of a lot longer than we did then. So 10, 20, even more years longer. So that tiny amount that was put aside is meant to stretch so much further. Well, it's not going to, is it? So later on, they introduced superannuation. Superannuation was for men, primarily in government jobs. Women got it in government jobs before they got it anywhere else as well. Now, we still have some issues with superannuation. Not every person earns superannuation. It only legally covers full-time employees. Women got it allocated much later than men. That's why most of us don't have any. We also spend the time looking after children in a non-earning capacity where we're not going to get superannuation. It doesn't cost us any less to live to 80 than it does a single man or a married man. But because we've had those gaps and also we started later, there's many of us that have very little in superannuation. So those things are being addressed slowly now. Some stuff going to Parliament is to request that people that are part-time employees or casual employees also get the allocations because they may think that they're earning it when they're not. So we've got a huge issue coming, and it's going to create poverty in different pockets and primarily in women again. And having an expectation of a pension is probably not a good idea because we're at that point where it really can't, the system can't support it. It's not set up to do so. So we have to take action ourselves. We have to be careful ourselves and think about our futures ourselves. What they're doing at the moment isn't sustainable. They're trying to build systems in that will be. How that works, I don't know. But if you're concerned about your future, you need to do something individually. You can't expect the government's going to supply you sufficient funds to live comfortably. That's not going to happen. And so take action now while you can. Not a nice note to end things on, but you guys have a great day and I'll catch you on the flip side.